Hello, my butterfly beauties, and welcome if you are new. My name is Charlen, and on this channel, we discuss everything beauty, fragrance, and lifestyle, and Bath and Body Works. So if you like my style, why don't you subscribe and you stay a while? In today's video, as you saw in the thumbnail, Winter SAS is coming, the semi-annual sale from Bath and Body Works. When they mark things back down to the $4.95 across most of the store, they will do other things that's 50% off. They'll do 75% off, but we'll get into all the details. So if you want to see my thoughts and my planning for the semi-annual sale from Bath and Body Works, the SAS, then just stay tuned. All right, you guys. So they have some bringbacks coming that I'm super excited about. They are discontinuing some of our fragrances. So you'll be able to look out for some of those items. They got bringbacks. They got all the things happening. So most of my information that I'm speaking with you on today, I got from Life Inside the Page. That's a blog that a lady has on there that she normally keeps up with Bath and Body Works pretty good. Like everything from candles, the pocket bats, the wall, everything Bath and Body Works, she normally posts on her blog. So I'm getting my information from her. But according to her blog, they have 3 different collections coming out for bring back. So the first collection they are calling Sip Sip Hooray. So Sip Sip Hooray is saying that it will have the watermelon mojito. I have not smelt that scent. I do not have that scent in my collection, but I do love a good watermelon scent. So I'm thinking, because it's saying mojito, that it is a watermelon mojito, like a sparkling watermelon scent. I'm curious into knowing how that is going to smell, because like I said, I love me a good watermelon scent. That's like one of my favorite fruit notes, and it's not in a lot of fragrances. And sometimes when they do put it in the fragrance, they want to put in like that riney part of the watermelon, which is not the favorite I love. I want the sweet, juicy, ripe watermelon, if you know what I mean. Like one of the favorite perfumes that I have that has the watermelon is that Boutique something. It's a red bottle. It smells so good. It's like a sweet, fruity watermelon scent. And that's what I want in a watermelon. But this sounds like it's going to be a boozy watermelon. So I'm super curious about the watermelon mojito. If you have that in your collection, I'm super curious. Or if you had it in your collection, what was your interpretation of that scent? I am definitely going to pick that one up from the sale. So watermelon mojito is the first one that is on that Sip Sip Hooray collection. The next one is Island Margarita. Now, Island Margarita, I am very familiar with, because even when I wasn't checking for Bath and Body Works as far as fragrances go, as far as body mist and body care go, I did love the Island Margarita candle. That scent is one of my favorite candles. I've gotten it, purchased it several times, and I have often said that I wish they had this in a mist. So for them to be bringing Island Margarita back in a body care form, I don't know if they ever had it before, but I'm super excited to see it now, because I'm curious how it's going to come out as a fragrance mist on my skin. So Island Margarita, super excited about that one. The next one under this Sip Sip Hooray is Sunshine Mimosa. So Sunshine Mimosa is another one I have not smelt, so I'm definitely picking this one up as well. This one sounds like another, like this whole collection does. It sounds like it has some boozy element to it, but Sunshine kind of makes me think of fresh, bright. So when I think of fresh and bright, I'm normally thinking of notes like bergamot and grapefruit and lemon and orange, you know, all the citruses. So I'm curious what their Sunshine Mimosa will smell like. I know, like it says, it's a bring back. So some people who's been around Bath and Body Works for years and years and years have stayed with them throughout all those years. probably know what this scent smell like. It will be new to me, so I'm super curious to see what this one would smell like. So Sunshine Mimosa is the next one in that collection. Then they have another collection. The next collection is called Fruit Stand. So according to her page, the next one, Fruit Stand, has pearberry in it. Now, I just bought pearberry at the last SAS. So one of the stores in my area during the last SAS had this out. I don't know if it was on the 75% off or $4.95 table, but either way, I was able to pick this one up, and I also picked up the other one I'm going to tell you about in a second that's also in this collection. So pearberry, I love this scent. It was, like I said, it was in my SAS, this last SAS in the store. So this one has au jus pear, wild berries, apple blossom, golden freesia, and blonde woods. So I don't know if they just happen to have some extra on stock and threw it out there as part of the SAS, because it wasn't released as a bring back at the last SAS. Not as far as I remember. It was 10 other ones. But in I went to 2 different stores, and one of the stores had this on their tables for sale, because I got the body cream in one and then the next one I was able to get the body mist. So, and it might have been the Winter SAS last year. Yes, it was the beginning of the year when I got this one. So the beginning of the year. So I don't know if this was a bring back from last year or not, but whatever the case is, I have it in my collection and only have this one. So I definitely will get a backup of this one. This one, I love this scent. This is perfect for this fall winter season. So pearberry, I definitely will be getting a backup of that one. The other one they have is brown sugar and fig. And I just recently bought this one off of someone else that had it in their collection. So I do have the older packaging of this one. Like, I literally only had it a few months and loved it. So when I was super excited to see, yes, because I've been in love with fig. Guilty as a fig, Fleur's father figure. These made me fall in love with fig. Like, it's fig and several other fragrances that I absolutely love. And this one, I said I wanted to have it so bad, so I went ahead and got it. And this one has fresh fig, coconut milk, and caramelized brown sugar. All the notes, that's right up my alley. All the notes. And this smells gorgeous. So I will definitely be getting another one of these for sure. So brown sugar and fig is back on the list as a bring back under their Fruit Stand collection. And the last one on here is Pretty as a Peach. I literally just got rid of that scent. Like, I got that one the same time around when I got the pearberry one from that other SAS from one of the stores within this past year. I think it was a year ago that I got both of those, Pretty as a Peach. And I just was not vibing with that peach in there for some reason. And it was on the chopping block for me whenever I was doing my Bath and Body Works, like going through testing all my mists to see like what was true loves in my collection, and I was getting rid of the rest. Pretty as a Peach didn't make the cut, and I ended up getting rid of that one. So I no longer have Pretty as a Peach. Not interested in Pretty as a Peach, but I know some people love it, and if it would have done well on my skin chemistry, I would have loved it, but it just was a no for me. So that one I'm going to pass on. And the other collection they have in this is called Love is in the Air. So Love is in the Air collection has pink chiffon. I do not have that scent, have not ever smelled that scent. It sounds gorgeous. It sounds like it's going to be like the most feminine of fragrances. You know, when you think of pink chiffon, you think of femininity and delicate and sweet and airy, and you know, you just think all of the girly vibes. So I'm hoping that's what it is giving. Again, if you've had that fragrance, I'm super curious to see what your take is on that. So drop it down below. Will you be picking that up? Have you ever had it in your collection before? What's your take on it? But that's definitely on my list as well. The other one is Fairy Tale. I've been waiting for them to bring Fairy Tale back. because that is one that I've been eyeballing for quite some time. People's talking about it's similar to leave. Some people say it wasn't similar to the YSL leave. And then we got Free as a Flower, which is definitely smells like leave intense, in my opinion. But either way, I was super curious in Fairy Tale, so this will be my opportunity to finally put my nose on it, since so many people love it. So Fairy Tale is coming back, and the other one in this collection says Lovely Dreamer. Lovely Dreamer. That one sounds like it's going to be gorgeous as well. The name itself just sounds like it's going to be something that's going to be cozy or whatever. I don't know what the notes are on that one at all, but it sounds interesting. I definitely will be putting my nose on it and seeing what I think about it. If I don't like any of these in store, because I'm going to go in store, this SAS is happening on December 26th. It's happening on December 26th. They do that sale annually on that day. So people get their gift cards, their whatever. They can go shopping. I'm going to have my little list. I'm going to have my amount that I'm going to stick to, and we're going to go from there. But I am going to go in store and smell these first. If I do not like them, I plan on getting them, but if I do not like them in store, they will not be coming home. Because that's what I told myself. If you don't like it before you leave the store, don't get it. So I'm not going to get it unless I absolutely like it first. And then I'm going to test it on my skin to see if I love it. And if I still don't love it, I'm not keeping it. That's what I'm going to do going forward. I'm not keeping stuff just for the sake of keeping it. So that's my plan for the bringbacks. Now, I ain't just participated in the annual body care sale. You know, we just had that sale, right? So all the body butters and different things like body mist that I had my eye on, I already purchased during that time frame. But this will be the time that if you see any of those mists that you missed out on, or that they're trying to get rid of, because any of the ones that they release from this fall and this winter time, they will try to get rid of these because they got to make room. You know, this is a business. It is a business. And so they're trying to clear out things for their new collections. They already got their spring collections launched of what they want to do for spring. They already got their floor sets of what they want to do for their floors and how they want things to look. They're repackaging things like Champagne Toast got a repackage. You know, they're repackaging some of the men's, was it After Dark or something? They're going to repackage that. So they're going to get rid of anything that is in the old, what they consider older packaging. They're going to get rid of those items so that they can put out the new packaging. So what is some other collections that they're going to have? I saw something else that I wanted to share. Yeah. So another collection that they're going to come out for the spring, but they're going to release it during SAS, so you can get it on the sale while the SAS is happening. They're bringing Gingham Love back, which is one that I don't think I have. I think I've had Gingham Fresh, the regular Gingham, All-American, Gingham Gorgeous, but I don't believe I've had Gingham Love yet. So that'll be my first time testing Gingham Love. Then they're also bringing Strawberry Pound Cake, which we know we all love, and Sweetheart Cherry. So all favorites of most of ours, and that's why they bring them back in the spring every year. Then in the men's collection, they're also doing something called New Nocturnal Rose for the men. So I'm super curious to see what my husband gonna think about that. New Vegas is another one. And like I mentioned earlier about the After Dark, they're doing a repackage on that one. So all those things are going to be happening during SAS. And like I said, they're going to be getting rid of the old. So anything that they release from the fall, winter time, any of those new holiday scents, or, you know, they came out with some crazy scents. And I was like, what are y'all doing with that? But all of that stuff going to be on sale, because if it didn't sell yet, it's going to go on sale. And if it doesn't sell good during SAS, it might even go lower. So keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind is they're going to have 50% off on some things, select few things, 75% off normally on a table, and they normally have their bring backs. At least in my store, they had their bring backs all like on their own specific tables. So you can kind of know where to go and what you want to do. Some of the luxuries, I heard that all the luxuries that they just released from this fall, so that Mediterranean Mirage, that Inner Angel, that Free as a Flower. So you got the Herbal Pura dupe, the Angel Share dupe, and YSL Leave Intense dupe, all being discontinued. I don't know why, because that was one of my favorite releases they did for luxuries. I didn't see anything about Midnight Addiction. I don't know about Covered in Roses, but I did hear that Pink Obsessed is coming back. So we'll see if that is true or not. But I say all that to say, if it's any of those scents that you love, because we don't know when they're going to bring them back, get your backups of them. If you truly, truly love them, get your backups of those. And for everything else, you know, if you need it, get it. But if you don't need it, you can pass on it. So my eyes is only mostly on the bring backs. That's what my focus is on. Now, I do know that sometimes, because at the last SAS, I was able to get a clone for my husband for like 12 bucks. It was $11 and some change. It was clearanced out so much that they was trying to get. So some of those perfumes and clones and things like that, they're going to be marking those down, some on 50% or more, depending on how well those items are selling. So be sure, if you've been eyeballing any of the actual perfumes and colognes, that you look at those as well, because that'll be the time to get them. Also, like those gift sets that they put together, you know, they're going to be clearing out all those things. So get your list together so you can put your budget together so you can stay within that budget. And, you know, because I'm going to give myself a certain amount and I'm sticking to it. And if I don't like something, it's not coming home. That's my plan for SAS. Tell me what your plan is down below. I would love to hear it. And we'll see what we do, guys. Happy shopping. Happy shopping during semi-annual sale on December the 26th. And I hope they don't do nothing crazy like they did this last sale where they put a scent online only. Because I was quite upset when they put that Frosted Coconut Snowballs on as an online exclusive. I don't like when they do that, because then they make you want to charge you for shipping if you know, and I'm like, we don't want to do that. That's the purpose of us shopping and sale, because we want to get it on sale, not with no added fees. But I digress. Happy shopping, everyone. Drop down below what are the fragrances or things that you got on your list, or that you're looking forward to. Are any of these bring backs that I just went over with you, are any of these ones that you were excited to come back? And what are some of the other ones that you want them to bring back, like for the next go around or the next even winter time? Like, what do you want to see them bring back for SAS as a bring back? I'm curious to know what your thoughts are. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.